Okay. What's up, guys? All right. So today we're going to talk about what it's like to join a CrossFit gym. Uh, maybe some reservations people have about CrossFit gyms and getting started, and how we do things at my gym, and how different gyms will have a different process or experience for getting started with their CrossFit gym. So I'm doing this because I just finished spending about 30 minutes calling people who have expressed interest in joining my gym. So I've got a website, hosts all of my inquiries about my gym, people that go back, you know, 7 to 10 years, and then some that have been as recent as 45 minutes ago. And I just call probably 15 people and no one answers the phone, which is part of the deal. It's just as normal. But I do think that there is some hesitancy when it comes to joining gyms in general. We all know that, but especially CrossFit gyms because they're different than like typical Globo gyms. So I'm hoping that this video, I'm going to send it to my contact list to give them some clarity around what they can expect so that they can even decide if this is the right kind of gym for them. But then also, people out there, you might be wondering, what is a CrossFit gym? How does it work? What is it like to get started in a CrossFit gym? So yeah, we're going to talk about that. So most gyms you'd go to, Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, etc. A gym that you're going to go use their equipment, probably use their cardio machines, use their free weights, use their weightlifting machines, kind of on your own time, on your own schedule, whenever you want. That gym is going to be a relatively low barrier to entry. And what I mean by that is, you're going to walk in, talk to someone at a desk, ask to join. They're going to ask you for an ID and a credit card, explain the terms of the contract, which might be, 6 months, 12 months, who knows, and you'll agree to pay. Some Globo gyms have an annual fee. Some gyms have like a sign up fee. That's going to be a little bit higher. So it might be $50 to $100, $200 to sign up. But then after that, your monthly membership is going to be between, $10 to $75 on average, depending on how big the gym is. If it's a chain or if it's a privately owned gym. And that's it. Maybe they gift you a personal training session to show you all the equipment. And then that's really just an opportunity that they're going to use to try to upsell you on personal training. It's just the way the system works and the industry works. It's not bad. It's just some people need personal training and they want that, and it's worth the money to them. So that's the gym's way of introducing you to the idea of personal training, letting you experience it within a half hour or 1 hour session, and then give the trainer a chance to offer that service to you if you want to buy it. Most people don't buy it, but some do. And that's worth the time it takes to go through those introductory sessions. And, the trainer might show you how to use machines, show you where, the bathrooms are, how to get towels, how to use the different machines in the gym. They're probably not going to take you through like a workout or show you how to use free weights, but it is a taste of personal training. So that's like a conventional gym, pretty easy. And there's not a lot of pressure to do anything, right? So then you've got CrossFit gyms, and CrossFit gyms are different because every CrossFit gym is an affiliate and they get to have autonomy in the way they run their business, right? So there's not like a SOP that every CrossFit gym follows, no matter where you go in the country, that's going to have the exact same process. Whereas Planet Fitness has an SOP, every gym does the same thing. Same with like Orange Theory, F45, Burn Boot Camp. A lot of these gyms, I guess I shouldn't speak for F45, I'm not sure, but I would imagine they do. But a lot of these gyms that are franchises, so franchise, you would go in and it'd be a similar experience no matter where you go. Well, with CrossFit gyms, it's different because every gym owner does their own thing. They're all privately owned and operated. So some gyms, some CrossFit gyms, you may walk in, they may, tell you how much it costs, and they may take your card info, get you put in their system, and then let you just jump into classes. That is less common these days because that practice is a little bit less preferred for most gym owners. because we realize that that leads to a generally bad experience for new members because they don't know what's going on. They have to learn on the fly. And some gym owners will argue that the coach's job is to teach them. That's reasonable. A really good coach can handle a new person in a class of 10 to 15 people, but it's still going to be pretty challenging for that new person to get the level of attention that they might need to learn all these movements that they're getting introduced to, while also managing and taking care of the rest of the group class. And also, from my experience, most new people to CrossFit, the majority aren't currently exercising, so they're not especially comfortable with working out. So taking this person, call her Sally, she's hasn't worked out in 10 years, and then you put her in a group of 10 to 15 other people her age who all are competent and know what they're doing. That is going to lead to generally a negative experience because they're going to feel like they're incompetent and can't keep up. So what we do at my gym, for example, is we have a process that someone goes through if they're interested in joining the gym, right? So, step one, someone enters our website, they put their information in, and when you put in your information to someone's website, you're asking them to call you. So you're probably not going to get an email or a text with all the information that you want. Um, and never hear from the person that owns the business again. That's not how it works. Every single person's different in what they're looking for. So I can't send an email or a text that's going to answer every question that all these individuals have and lay out all of our services because it depends on what you're looking for as to what service you need, right? Not everyone needs classes. Not everyone needs personal training. Not everyone needs nutrition coaching. So depending on the person, it's going to be subjective, what they need. So when you put in your information to a website that is owned by a small business, or anyone really, expect them to call you because we're not trying to hassle you. We're just going to call and try to answer your questions, ask you questions, see if we're a good fit, right? So step one, you put your information in, you're going to get a call or a text. Usually nowadays the text is pretty automatic because most CRMs have a software that is going to automatically text you just to initiate a conversation. And if you respond, most of the time you're going to respond, and that's going to trigger a conversation with an actual person. You're not going to just talk to a bot. It's going to be a person. And also, depending on the business, they'll call you as soon as they can, right? Some businesses sub out that to call centers. So you get a call center calling you, trying to coordinate an appointment. And then some businesses handle it in-house. That's what we do. We call all of our leads or our potential clients as soon as we can. So step one, you put your info in. Step two, you get a call or a text. And then the goal with that is to see if you're interested in, CrossFit classes or personal training and see if you're serious about it. And then if you are, the next step is usually for us, it's going to be to schedule a consultation. So we'll schedule a consultation. You'll come into that consultation with a coach, usually for 30 to 45 minutes. And we're going to sit down and talk about, your goals, your background and history with exercise, your current fitness level, what you want to accomplish with a membership at a gym, what your background's like, what your experience has been like with CrossFit, if any, or other fitness programs. And then if you have any injuries, what your schedule is like, what your budget's like. And then based on your goals, your availability, your budget, and whether you want to be in a class setting or a personal training setting, then from there we'll kind of decide, okay, well, what's the best plan for you based on what you just told me, what you just talked about. And then based on that conversation, we'll make a recommendation on a service. And then from there, if the person wants to join the gym, then we would schedule the following sessions, right? If someone wants to do nutrition coaching, we're going to schedule an initial nutrition session to do an in-body scan, talk about the food list we're going to prescribe and recommend, and then talk about the nutrition program that we're going to use to coach you to success. If someone's interested in personal training, then we're going to schedule their 1, 2, 3, or 4 times a week sessions on the calendar. We'll schedule those with the coach and then get more information on your goals so we can make a program for you. And then if someone is looking to do group classes, then we'll schedule some sessions. Now, with our group classes, all of our new clients start off with at least 5 one-on-one sessions. Let me rephrase that. They start with at least 5 semi-private sessions. These semi-private sessions can be done with the coach one-on-one, or they're done in a small group setting of up to 5 people. And these are, we call them on-ramps or discovery sessions. And it's a chance for a coach to take 1 to 5 people at any given time through a much slower paced instructional session to teach these new members about movements they're going to see in a CrossFit class. So we're going to assess and teach you how to correctly squat, deadlift, use a barbell for overhead presses, do kettlebell swings, use kettlebells, use dumbbells, use a rower, understand some of the jargon in CrossFit and the lingo, understand how the equipment works, where it goes, and then get a feel for what a normal class experience is going to be like so that you have some preparation leading up to your first class. It's going to make sure that A, you know what's going on, you know the movements, B, you're doing the movements correctly and safely so that when you're in a group class, you're not going to be getting injured. And then C, it's going to make sure that you have a good grasp of all of the things you'll see in a CrossFit class so you can keep up and have a good experience. And then pending the person after those sessions, they'll then either choose to continue with a few more one-on-one sessions if they're not prepared or not ready, or they'll graduate into CrossFit classes and go from there. So to clarify, it's a process of learning more about you as an individual, prescribing an appropriate membership or solution to what you're trying to get, and then taking you through some introductory preparatory onboarding sessions before you go into a large group class on your own. And the goal with that is just to improve the experience of the client and also the clients we already have in class. So we don't want a new person to come in and take the attention of the coach entirely away from the group. So everyone needs to have an equal amount of coaching and attention. And that's why we have this process in place, and it works well. So if you're going to a gym or you go to a gym where they don't have an onboarding process, I can't say for sure if that's good or bad. You'd have to look at the gym individually and the coaching get in the class. But if you feel like, or if you're concerned about not being ready for CrossFit, I would encourage you to find a gym that has a onboarding process that's small group and structured in at least 3 to 5 sessions so that you can learn, ask questions, get more hands-on coaching and instruction, and then feel comfortable and prepared before you just jump into a large class where you're going to be overwhelmed. So I hope that's informational and helpful. And if you have other questions about CrossFit or what going to a gym that does CrossFit's like, just post in the comments below and I'll address it. All right, guys. See you soon.